Welcome back to Shir Sound. Today we'd like to take this opportunity to teach you about something that's extremely important but often overlooked in setting up a sound system: speaker placement. Today we're at the beautiful New York Academy of Medicine setting up for the wedding, and we'll show you how to set up your speakers so that you get an optimal sound and crystal clear fidelity. Here we are standing at the drummer's perspective. We're going to show you an overview of the room here, just so you can get a sense of the acoustics here. Nice and wide room, beautiful high ceilings, really reflects a lot of sound. All those books on the wall will actually help to absorb sound, which is good for us as well. And there's some of these bookcases behind the band. For today's main speakers, we're going to be using my favorite QSC K12s. So basically, this has two speakers in it. It has a 12-inch woofer down here and a smaller tweeter up here. I believe it's a 4-inch tweeter. And basically, this provides your high-end sound and your low-end sound. This speaker has a 75-degree conical dispersion pattern, which means that it's going to disperse outward in a conical pattern that's 75 degrees wide. That should be able to cover a wide room like this with no problem. It also features a 7.5-degree tilt on the bottom, which allows you to tilt the speaker down towards the dance floor to get an optimal spread and coverage. I'll show you how you're going to put it up on the stand next. Raise our speaker, straight up. Let's go. Now that our speaker's up on the pole, you want to point it straight down at the dance floor. The optimal position to point is straight at people's ears. You might think, why would I do that? That would annoy them. But actually, that would help us to keep a much lower volume on the dance floor while still getting a nice, clear, and crisp sound. When you're positioning your speaker, just be very careful not to point it in towards the band, because that's how you run into feedback issues throughout the night. Let me show you the other side. Here we are over by the mixing console. We've got our other speaker up on the pole, once again pointing straight down on the dance floor. If you want during the evening, if you want to cover some of the rest of the room, if it's a very wide room, then you just turn your speaker a little bit outward and you have full coverage on the side. Then when they're back to dancing, straight ahead. Just finished a great sound check with the band. Everything is sounding really, really good. Tomorrow night we'll be back at it at the Rockaway Country Club with a huge DJ setup. We'll show you that next. Welcome to the beautiful Rockaway Country Club. We're going to show you a totally different room with totally different acoustics and a totally different setup for a DJ. Check this out. Like last night, this is a very wide room, but this one's much larger as well. You could see we've got carpet throughout the room, but the dance floor is all tile, which will be acoustically very reflective. Here we're passing over the mechitza to the women's side. You could see the florist getting set up. We're starting to set up our speakers here and our lights as well. Here we are with our QSC KW181 series subwoofers. These things are going to provide a ton of bass for our DJ. We're going to set them up here in between two K12s that we already have on stands pointing down on the tile dance floor. I'll put it in place and show you what we'll do next. Here we have our threaded sub pole, which will allow us to attach a speaker on top. The advantage of doing it this way for a DJ setup is we're going to have a K10 sitting directly on the pole, facing straight ahead at the front of the dance floor. And these K12s are going to raise up in the air and they'll spread to the rest of the room, giving us complete coverage but tons of power right in the front of the dance floor as well. K12s up in the air, we're ready to rock. 4,000 watts of sound on each side, 8,000 watts total. We got our 18-inch subs, 3 tops on each side, 1 K10, 2 K12s. Our lights are set up. You could see the full array here. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Shir Sound, focusing on speaker placement. Please let us know what you'd like to learn about next, and we'll see you on the next one.
Rolling.
So that's what?
I said rolling.
So that's it for this episode of Shir Soul Let us know what you'd like us to tell you about next. To what next? What
To
you'd like us to
talk about.
Talk about next. Okay.
Demonstrate.
Demonstrate. Thanks so much for joining. Oh, the cameraman just made a face. Let us know.
Why are you looking at me?
Your face. Your face.
Why? You don't look at my face.
Do not move. Don't move. For this episode of Shir Soul Spout, please don't move your head.
Rolling.
Okay. We're rolling?
Still rolling.
Thanks for joining us in this episode. This is going to be a great outtake, bro.